RedPillKen, and this is an emergency transmission to all the patriots out there, to all the social justice warriors, and to all of you resistant folks. A couple of days from now, we're going to be having a big to-do on November 4th, this coming Saturday. It's supposed to be called the Day of Resistance. I'm here to warn all of you people out there that you're being played. You're being played, and I'm asking you, and I'm asking all the patriots out there to hold back and don't be played. Mr. President, we love you. We got your back. And thank you for uncovering the JFK files, which proved that JFK was murdered by the deep state that is currently underway to try to take you out, Mr. President. And to all of these people out here who think you're going to get our leadership to step down, you're sadly mistaken. You're being played, and there's a great possibility of you folks getting hurt yourselves. Mr. Jeff Sessions. Jeff Sessions is missing in action. Where is this man? I'm quite sure Mr. Sessions has some type of idea of what's supposed to transpire this weekend, starting Saturday, the Day of Resistance. What did they do? George Soros put a whole heading in the New York Times. Billionaire George Soros. He's the same man who took apart Ukraine. George Soros. He's the same gentleman, so-called gentleman, I would call him Satan. He's the same gentleman who rounded up his own people. This man rounded up his own people, the Jews, his own Jewish people, to rob them of their wares and to send them to death camps. George Soros. He's the same one responsible for the resistance. The resistance. We're in an awakening, everyone. This is a huge awakening. We're in a special time. And I'm going to quote something from the Bible. My people died from a lack of knowledge. And that's exactly what we're experiencing. Remember, ladies and gents, the world was already created when you were born, while you was in your mother's womb. It depended on what your mother and your father was ingesting. Depending on what they was eating, it made up your genetic makeup. TV was already there to control your mind. Hollywood, the rappers, all of this stuff was designed to control your mind. And you've been played because it's always a fake facade. If you want to really know how to understand how the world works, this is what you do, ladies and gentlemen. You turn everything that you've been taught, you turn it upside down. The political correctness is killing us, ladies and gentlemen. The political correctness is killing us. And it's a Saul Alinsky tactics. You know, Hillary Clinton's mentor, Saul Alinsky. And let's talk about the Clintons. Hillary Clinton and Obama, Mueller, McCabe, all of these people are all together in Uranium One. They're complicit in being in collusion with Russia. The Hillary Clinton Foundation got $145 million for the Clinton Foundation. All from the Russians. Mr. Bill Clinton, the same man who sold our secrets to the China back in the 90s and allowed China to become on the UN, the member of the UN, the communist group. There is Clinton and the Bushes are responsible for putting these people into the UN on the account that they were going to become more liberal. Let me talk about the word liberal. These people who run around and call themselves liberal, remember when I said a second ago everything is upside down? They're fake. Everything is turned upside down, because you know what? A real liberal is George Washington. A real liberal is Donald J. Trump. That's a real liberal. You people out there calling yourself liberals, you're fake liberals. You're the far left. That's what you are. And you're a detriment to America and our Constitution, the Bill of Rights. This is what you need to understand. This is what has kept America, America. It's our Constitution. But you see, they have no respect for our Constitution anymore. There's no more respect for our Constitution. And that's what these people have been getting away with for the last 100 years, from the beginning of when they brought the IRS into service and also the Federal Reserve. They are there to keep us in line, to control our resources. And that's why I'm supporting Mr. Donald J. Trump. And getting back to Robert Mueller, you know what I call Robert Mueller? He's a part of the deep state. He's the head of the deep state. He thinks he's on par with our president. He thinks he is the president. But Mr. Mueller, you're going down, Mr. Mueller. You're going down with the Clintons, the Obamas, and all the rest of the deep state. So what I'm asking you people to do is to don't fall into the charade this coming week. And at the same time, the Department of Justice, they are supposed to be conducting a drill, which is called a military type drill. The Department of Defense are supposed to be conducting some type of EMP attack, as though we've been under attack by EMP. And what that means is you won't be able to have power in certain places. You won't be able to use your cell phones. Why is the Department of Defense, why are they conducting this between the 4th and the 6th of this month, when they know that Antifa and the resistance are supposed to be having mass riots everywhere, where they call themselves, where they're going to be shooting our blue lives? Listen, I'm going to tell all of you folks that you've been played and you're a part of the deep state, because you've been brainwashed from the time you came out of your mother womb, because what you were brought up on is regular television, fake news media like CNN and MSLSD and NPR, and all of those people are intertwined with Hollywood. There's other people who've been developing your thought process, and they're nothing but a bunch of pedophiles. That's what they are, pedophiles. And you see how they're crumbling down? You see how they're going down the drain? The same way with the deep state. That's what's happening, everyone. That's the awakening. That's the awakening. So if you want to understand the awakening, the first thing you have to understand is that we elected Donald Trump. It was 1 year to the day. It was 1 year almost that Donald Trump was chosen by over 62 million people. But let me tell you, that's the Great Awakening. That's the Great Awakening. And if you notice, it's been both the Democrats and the Republicans who've been at his back, attacking him like ravaged pit bulls. And let me talk about these people like Eminem and Poop Doggy Dog, and these people like that. They're clowns.